Hello, this is a video for my Health Answers um, Facebook page. As you probably know, since this is where you're watching it, I haven't made one for Health Answers in a while. And the real reason for that is I haven't found something that I felt was worth spending your time to watch. Maybe my time to prepare it, but certainly your time to watch. But I found something recently. And I'm going to share it with you today, and I hope that it means something to you. Let me just say to you very quickly, I'm not going to direct you to any place where you might want to buy something. I certainly have nothing to sell. This is done just for the pure sake of trying to help you with some knowledge I've come across recently that I'm going to use that I didn't really realize until recently. It has to do with polyphenols, spelled Polyphenols, polyphenols. What are those? Well, we find them, first of all, in plants. Be surprising. We're told to eat a lot of vegetables and plants, and this is true. But this video is more than just eating certain things, although certainly I'm going to recommend some things in terms of the types of food. But it really has to do with the fact that um, it's something that's recently been picked out, and it's more than just in fruits and vegetables. I'm going to put something on here toward the end that's probably going to surprise you. It surprised me. Well, polyphenols are micronutrients. As I indicated, they occur naturally in plants. They can also be in supplements. I'm going to give you a caution about the supplements in a moment. You can get those in your diet from fruits, vegetables, teas, spices, and the surprise I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. There are more than 8,000 types of polyphenols, and they include flavonoids, like quincetin and some other things that you find in fruit. And they're compounds that you have to be aware of and try to pinpoint them more than just eating fruits and vegetables because they're in certain kinds of, especially in fruits. And you need to understand that to get the benefit of the doubt. One of the real things about polyphenols is that it can block tumor growth. It can actually kill active cancer cells. Huh. Well, many of you probably have seen some of my videos. If this is the first one or you haven't seen many of them, let me tell you that I had cancer of the pancreas. Now, I will not claim that I've been taking polyphenols to kill the active cancer cells, although the surprise I'm going to tell you about is one of the things I did without knowledge, and it may have helped kill cancer cells. Supposedly, I have no cancer cells in me right now. As I do this video, it's October the 24th, and tomorrow I go again for another series of CT scans to determine whether the cancer is no longer there. And then I'll have a follow up in a week to go through the results with my oncologist. But the results for me have been excellent over the past year and 3 or 4 months. It just keeps going down, and the threat just keeps going down. And I really like that. Anyway, research has shown that polyphenols can actively help an immune system to fight off infections and diseases. And they're good to promote good bacteria in your gut and limit harmful bacteria. Balanced bacteria is also essential for uh, an immune system that can um, actually fight things like this virus or plague, or what do you want to call this pandemic that we're experiencing. Now, that's not been proven. I don't want to claim that. I'm certainly not a doctor, but certainly there are some real helps. It also can help manage blood pressure. Do you realize that the thing I want to talk to you about may have helped me to stop, along with some other things, stop using blood pressure medicine that I had used for several years? I'm no longer using it. I'm keeping my blood pressure, my blood vessels healthy and promoting good circulation. And it can reduce chronic inflammation and other risks for heart disease. It can even lower diabetes risks or help your blood sugar levels. And certainly that's one of the good things. It can help release the insulin that's needed for hormone benefit, signals good things to give you the resistance that you need. So maintaining low insulin resistance, healthy blood sugar levels, healthy blood pressure, and your immune system can all be part of what we're talking about in these polyphenols. It is essentially an active intoxicant, anti-inflammatory, and can help with a lot of things, cancer, whatever. Studies have shown that people who have polyphenol-rich diets consuming more than 650 milligrams per day, give you a little bit of thought that in a little bit in a moment, have a lower death rate than those who get less than 500. So they can help protect your body, improve your heart, and the things that really is important and give you the better lifespan um, that we're really looking for, aren't we? I hope so, because that's certainly what I'm looking for. In case you didn't know, 2 months, actually 3 months, I'll be 82. Some don't judge me as anywhere near that anymore. So we can find these polyphenols in supplements as well. In most cases, if you can do it without taking supplements all in your food, it's better for you. I have been a proponent of vitamins and supplements since the year 1980. Yeah, we're in 2021. And I think, according to my doctors, my long time being free of cancer and the fact that I recovered so quickly, apparently, and it appears to have been gone, is they attribute that, having learned how long ago I took vitamins and supplements and the things that I did. You need to watch some of my other videos, and it talks all about those. And that's not the purpose of this one. But I want to caution you about polyphenol supplements. There are some out there that are really good, but it says that you can get too much. And so you got to be careful not to overdo. You know that you can get too much vitamin A. Great vitamin, but you can get too much vitamin A. And that is in one of my videos too, by the way, you may want to watch. So the point is very good that you want to follow a pattern of food. Now, what foods are rich in it? Almost all kinds of vegetables, but here are the fruits that really you should be considering, and specific types. The first and best fruit to eat are blackberries. The second that's rich in polyphenols is raspberries. And the third is strawberries. What do they all have in common? They're all berries, aren't they? Does that mean you're not going to get a lot of that in peach and some of the other fruits? Well, I don't know. We're not delving into that in this particular study. I will do some more work on it. And if I come up with some things like that, I'll certainly come back to you on it. But right now, stick with the berries. Stick with the things that are plant based and whatever, and that will really help you. But now for the surprise that caught me totally by surprise, and maybe one of the things that has helped me in my cancer risk and reducing it, may have made my recovery so good, is more recently what I've done. It's coffee. Surprise. Some surveys in the past have said coffee's not good for you. Well, I worked for Procter and Gamble for 33 years. They had, or still have, 6 major Folger plants. I visited, I'm pretty sure 5, 4 for sure, but I think the 5th one as well. And I saw them do things to decaf that I caution people don't drink decaf. The chemicals may very well harm you. Let's just leave it at that. You don't want to do that. You need to stick with the caffeine kind of um, coffee. Now, if you're under a doctor's orders to reduce your caffeine, I understand that's a problem. Maybe you should talk to them about doing something to get some of these polyphenols in through the major source of the oxidants that come in coffee. In the Japanese diet, coffee has um, been one of the great things that's helping the Japanese people to live a long, productive life. And they didn't think it was coffee and caffeine. And that's not totally the reason, of course, but it is one of the things. In fact, it talks about comparison of chemical compounds of green beans in uh, coffee Arabica and the minerals and whatever and the caffeine and how good they are if you do the coffee beans and um, have a pretty rich habit of doing coffee. I'm going to tell you in a moment what they specifically recommend and what I've been doing without even knowing it. But the main ingredients in coffee are, of course, the chlorogenic acids, the caffeine, and the melatonins. And these are found in almost all coffee, and they can really benefit you. Several countries have found that the mortality rates associated with um, symptoms are associated with coffee consumption. Huh. We've heard stories in the past where coffees are bad for you. Well, as anything, science progresses. They find out different things. We have found out just recently in this pandemic that 3 major companies have found significantly help in their shots. I've had 3 shots of Pfizer. My third one was about 10 days ago, and I had absolutely no effect. I didn't even feel it. My arm was maybe sore for an hour, and that was it, period. Nothing. Um, but science does have some effect. And now this study is coming through. The Laboratory of Molecular Health Science of Food, Department of Food Bioscience, Biotech's uh, Nihon University College of Bioresource Sciences, some in different parts of the world, especially in Japan, all have done studies on this, and they're all concluding the same thing. The story I heard recently was from a doctor here in the United States. He had just done a study, And I'm sorry I didn't get that um, in a quick conference I heard, but we share some of the things he said. And one of the things he said was the importance of berries, which I've already shared with you. But I want to go back and find this one out and the United States study and give you more detail on that one a little bit so it'll back things up. But it's really important that you think about coffee as a preventive action. Now, what this survey here in the United States has said, here's specifics. If you have 5 cups of 8 ounces of black coffee, and what does that mean? Black coffee means no cream or sugar. Now, if you add a little bit of cream, it probably is not going to hurt it too much, but be careful. It clearly says that the survey was done with 5 8-ounce cups of black coffee. And it probably helps, get this, in this study, helps to eliminate Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Whoa, whoa, it's neat. Well, my memory is really pretty strong. I just finished writing and had published my first book. I'm writing my second and third books now. As nearly 82, I'm probably as alive, mentally alert as I've ever been in my years of getting my bachelor's degree in quantitative business analysis, working in computers for Procter & Gamble for 33 years, doing some constructive businesses since then, and doing studies in vitamins and minerals and whatever. And I will be remiss if I didn't say studies in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I have written books, articles, and everything about that subject too. But this study said if you drink 5 8-ounce cups of black coffee per day, it will probably help, if not completely, eliminate, especially in certain people, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, all those kinds of things. Now, certainly everybody's different, and it won't necessarily eliminate mine or yours, where it might eliminate that fella next to you or that lady over there. Or it might eliminate ours and not theirs, but help them tremendously. That's the point. The help is there. Whether it eliminates it or not, help is there. And it's important to think about that. How this does it. Now, what have I been doing? Well, recently, I probably have a cup like this, which says on the top it's 18 ounces. I probably have 3 or 4 of those every single day. Black. No cream, no sugar. Never. Now, you total that up, and that comes to more than 40 ounces, which is what they're subscribing to, 5 cups of 8 ounce. If I have 3 of those, how many is that? Quickly? 56. I just added that in my head. Hey. Well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you. I have, again, nothing to sell. I'm not telling you to go where to get polyphenolines. You can go to your drugstore. You can go to your grocery store, health food store, supplements, or go online and do some studying about excuse me, phenols, guys, say it right in a moment, Polyphenols, phenolines. Why I'm having trouble with that from time to time when I said it so many times before, I don't know. Anyway, that's the case. So maybe my brain is not working totally 100%. Just kidding. Polyphenolines. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps you. Go out and do your share. Drink your coffee today. I have already had two 18-ounce cups, 36 ounces, and one 6-ounce cup, 42. Isn't that already? And I'm going to have another 18-ounce a little later on today. Thanks a lot. See you.